2022, so I went back, I was watching the news, then I went back to this Equalizer thing. Last 10 minutes, I haven't watched the whole show. And it says Bishop Security. I thought she said Black Willow. I've heard Black Widow, but now she's saying it's Black Window. Again, I could read this so many different ways. I could take this so many different ways. And then I'm thinking, she says she's going to the CIA. And the traditionally, I don't know if the right word is Oriental or Asian. I don't know what to call her. Whatever she is over here with the different eyes than what I have. She's like, why are you going to the CIA? She's like, don't do that. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, no, are they the bad guys in this one? Because they're holding letters. They're talking about a griffin. They're holding letters with some word they call Mossad. Some other couple of words that they're saying are agencies. And I'm like, all right, so now if I'm a tadpole in this frog in my throat, for this one instance, and these are actual, real, somebody specials somewhere in the system, and I don't know if the TV's got it right or wrong. If it's like, which messenger did it come from? Which messenger is it associated with? Is it the right caliber for what the outside, like the real people, want it to look like? Are they upholding at least that sense of reality? So like the people and the kiddos working inside of these somebody special units are at least getting appropriate street cred, but then what mission are they putting these things on, and how are they either rerouting, misrouting, or are they actually appropriating the correct credit to the correct people based on what's going on here in North America? Because I'm looking at this Queen Latifah, and if I look at it on like an actual basis of like dermatological correctness, in dermatological correctness, how they interact outside of North America, since this is in North America, with this outside unit agency. That's one set of questions I have, if I had somebody to actually ask them to. And then the second one would be, now, if this was just a shadow character for a ghost operation, would it change, and how might that change my whatever and whatever. But being that I'm stuck in this position of nothingness and nobody to ask questions to in any actual reality, under this Bishop Security, when they open the folder and out come all of these agency names that may or may not be real in somebody special territory that does this for a living outside of North America, maybe with some integration within North America. I'm not quite sure. Oh, and then they said MI6 was another one. They got a couple of them that I've heard in repeated North American movie whatever that I've been exposed to. Not that they have any relevance, because I don't know how. Like, I think they're in the James Bond franchise is one. My sons showed me a movie called Kingsman. But again, my kiddos, the ones that I gave birth to, they're more immersed in this North American movie thing that they did with the Weekend guy. More so than I have, because I wasn't with them, I was out working. I was actually doing like real face-to-face with humans kind of a thing, like the hard work.
I've been through it backwards and forwards. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle.
She's working on some jigsaw puzzle. I'm working on a roozle.
I mean, there's intel from nearly every intelligence agency in the world. Mossad, MI6, Russian FSB.
Quinn clearly has no qualms about going after people's families.
Yeah, and
Now, my question is, at what level in humanity, where do you begin? What do you have to be graced and blessed with as far as some form of G-overman that lets you even touch paperwork that looks like this, or has these affiliations, or knows who the people on the top of the page in the headliner is? I mean, this is all really confusing in like an actual scary way. While I am here in this fallout shelter, in this mystical whatever.
Willow comes up multiple times and intercepted chatter from Quinn. CIA has a cracked black window. Possible to abduct Willow? For this to work, I need her. In Chinese, Willow is Lu.
That's who they're talking about in the transcript.
So, a kidnapped victim, a spouse, a kid?
I don't know. CIA has a cracked black window. What the hell is black window?
Oh, that I know. I mean, like, there's answers I know. And then there's things that I look at your human artwork and I'm like, now, which set of mindsets was this one coming from? And what could they have mean? And then I try to run the exponents in, like, just a real filter, not, like, on a computer machine. And I'm just like, they are interesting creatures, these humans, and what they come up with, and then what they allow themselves to be exposed with in the open air, like a festering wound. And I'm just like, that's interesting. I don't know why they'd be the bad guys, the CIA. I mean, again, that's where Bush was for a while. I think there's somebody by the name of Burns there now, but not like the dermatitis that the other one had.
Can you ask Bishop?
Bishop is radio silent on a job in Europe. Can't get to him. And even if I could, he won't help me. Not if it involves Mason Quinn. I need to go to Griffin.
Wait, the guy works for the same agency that let Quinn go in the first place.
I didn't say I trusted him. Doesn't mean he can't help.
How do you know he won't set you up?
If he does, I'll handle it.
Oh, Rob.
It's a risk I'm gonna have to take.
I mean, is it? Let's just wait a beat. And
We don't have a beat.
What's a beat?
she's going to the CIA. She's not thinking straight. She's making it personal.
Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about this one.
Like beet, is that beet as in borscht, like as in unity soup? Or is that, I mean, like, again, is that like beet box? Is that, oh, and then like the bish op. Is that the biz in the hopper? Yeah, because that's really how I read it originally until that whole Denzel Washington thing. And then I was like, ugh. I was like, that's going to ruin the whatever. Now that they're out there doing their identity theft thing.
Thanks for coming. Tell anybody you were meeting me?
I don't like my job too much. What'd you find?
Pieces to a puzzle. But I need something from you to put them together.
What are the pieces? You're not gonna tell me?
There's a reason Marcella came to me. And she didn't know what to trust. Frankly, neither do I.
And yet I'm supposed to trust you.
I'm not asking for your trust. I'm asking for your help. The reason I left the CIA is because I lost faith in the institution, not the mission.
Now, how does one lose faith in the institution? That's interesting, because, I mean, for me, it's just like a movie, theoretical. It doesn't actually exist in motion. I mean, I'm sure it does somewhere in the somebody special territory, but I'm in, like, the Nemo nobody category and nothingness, in the brokenness. So, obviously, they're too good to, like, get down to this level and interact with real humans in some, like, super ghost league. Working with like Hollywood TV producers and like movie stars or whatever, right? I mean, it is hard to get down to like the dumpster dive.
The way I see it, if you want to know the truth about what happened, then you help me. But if you're involved, you won't.
What would you want me to do?
Get into the agency system. Find out everything you can about an operation called Black Widow without ringing any bells.
Why does it have to be back channel?
Because the players involved may have connections in the front office.
You know what you're asking. The personal, professional, and legal ramifications if I'm caught. For someone I don't trust, who doesn't trust me.
You just described intelligence work.
Just using messengers in order to get a message out. Just who are we sending the final results to? That is a good question. It's star 1978 star 8378. That's a show, just for proper reference of it says the equalizer, but if I take the letter E off of the table for the moment for this conversation, it's QUA. QUA, and it looks like Liz and the ER. There's 3 different components of the E when I split it up. It's QUA, QUA, and then it's LIZ, Liz, as in Dizzy Lizzy. It always gets really confusing on the screen until it goes down into like one of those really nice, neat, like delta markers. One of those wheelhouses and spokespeople and like what, right. So, and then I think scheduling uses those. So I've heard. And then it's the ER, like the emergency room that I'm traversing at the moment in this, like where it looks like I'm wearing clothes that I found in some free service, like dumpster dive, that I'm whatever, and trying to remain as respectable dumpster dive as possible for cloth just to cover up so I'm not overexposed and whatever. I mean, this is like as well dressed as Fallout Shelter has, with a budget of 0 because I have no income coming in and nothing to be able to spend. Even if I could get to shopping. Oh, they opened at the veterinary care group, which actually is a dog shelter or doggy daycare called Waggers. WAGGERS. They put inside of Waggers like human female dresses. Like some of the stuff is really beautiful and tasteful. It looks like old Hollywood, like hand done. Some of the stuff looks like cabaret, but again, they're not the type of day dress, first of all, that even, I can't even ask. I know somewhere in the scope of reality, somebody's like, well, why doesn't she ask her father to go buy her one of the dresses in the new, whatever, in the new store? Right, yeah, I would have, but I can't wear those kinds of gowns out of the house. That's it, like in-house gown for like an indoor cat on a nice occasion. It's not something that you wear out where other eyes are cast upon you. It's some of them are those kinds of gowns. So it's not like I could buy something and wear something out on the street. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.